Can you hear me without the microphone? Yes. Is that good? It's all right. My Saturday job is an auctioneer. Right. So I was wondering what to do in this session 2 weeks ago. And then I went down to a local software house, employs about 50 people, and they had a breakfast networking session. And they talked about apps, those things you have on your smartphones and your iPads. And a man called Matt Clark did a review of it. And I mapped it. There's the big map. And I thought, right, I'll run a test on this for this session. So I exported or uploaded the map to Biggerplate and maps for that, which is the MindJet library for map reading. And I'll use this as a test to explore how we enable the rest of the world to see our maps in a context which is useful. And so this is my little story about that. There are only 3 more slides. And they should involve some discussion. Right, here we go. So if you put an image up on the internet, or a flash file, or even a My Manager file, what is it that Google sees?
Nothing.
Not quite nothing. It sees the file name. We'll come back to that later. Now you can wrap it with alt text, and you can put meta tags into flash files, but most people don't. Now what happens when you upload a map to the internet and put it on one of the libraries or on my website? What does Google see? I got some really odd results here. I used a tool I downloaded off a web-based tool which said, I'll show you what your site looks like as far as Google's concerned. You can sit comfortably now, Liam. Maps for that says I can't see anything because it's behind some special CMS system. We'll look at we might explore some facts in a minute, we might not. Biggerplate gets slightly better. It says, oh, there's all this text. There's some things I can't get to. There's an advert. I'm not sure why it showed this image and not the other images. And then it looked at my site, which is a WordPress site, and it was exactly the same as I was expecting to see. Well, that was a little bit of a shock. Any thoughts on that?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, why is a big question. I think I might want to go away later and talk to people about that and research it. Why are they so different? It's because of where they're hosted. Now, maps of that Biggerplate are great for people who know they exist, who go on and look at the index, use the search tool there, but they might not be so great for the rest of the world as a mechanism for finding maps in a context. Quite interesting, that, I thought. Perhaps there's something for us to do there as a community. And next I went on to see, well, what's the results am I going to get if I start searching for these 3 places I've got the map? Conference Reaction, my site, has a lowly page rank of 2. Biggerplate, you've got 4, according to Google. Where's Liam gone? It's hiding there. 4, well done. And Maps of that, MindJet's got a page rank of 5. BBC is 9. CNN, 9. You need to have, the higher your page rank, the more easy it should be for people to find your material. Yeah? Right, doesn't quite work though, because I searched for it in the UK, Hans searched for it in Holland, and Henry searched for it in Canada. And first of all, we searched for a fairly generic term, first option apps. So those are 3 words which were mentioned in the maps and on the 3 sites. And in the text which surrounds them, so on Biggerplate and maps of that, I had text as well as the map. And Conference Reaction came in the top 10 everywhere, and the other 2 sites were completely invisible. So I thought, well, I'll try a more generic search, not less generic search. So Matt Clark, there's only one Matt Clark, no. First thing as 1 word, that's pretty tough. So you improved that Biggerplate, you popped up. So that's something odd going on there as well, isn't there? In terms of getting our maps out to the rest of the world. Anyone like to question me or think about this slide?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What was the time frame between uploading the map and doing your searches?
It was a few days later. And I think I've searched a few days immediately after I uploaded to Biggerplate, and a few hours afterwards, or the same day. They probably have come higher up the list in my experience of that sort of site. Because new stuff on big catalogue sites will appear on Google when it's first loaded up, and then gradually it decays away. Whereas the conference reaction one is still up there at the top, because I'm a different sort of site. I'm a site which Google views in a different way to the way it views Maps for That and Biggerplate.
Is it just because they got a bigger Google Plus presence?
Yeah, they get voted down because they're too high.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, no, they should be. You'd expect them to do better than me, but they don't.
Do you think there's anything, Andrew, in there around the fact that you're using a WordPress site and a sort of blogger?
That could. These three sites are all using different technology to present the information to the web, and there might be something that's going on there. So the final thing was, let me just search for a term which I think is relevant to this group: visual project management. Do you think that's the relevant sort of keywords? And this was my result from doing that. Number one was probably on a WordPress blog. It was published in 2011. He was comparing Kanban and Gantt charts. He had 4 images on there, a few links, and 18 comments. He was at number 1 for visual project management. Number 3, a little bit further down, was the 3 images you get, and one of those was for a company called Mind Visualizer. And the only reason I can think that they're there is because of the file name, example project management. Why else would they be there? Better news for MindJet, they were in position number 12 with one of their commercial pages which did relate to visual project management, but it was basically the page they want you to land on, so you press the button to go to the shop. It wasn't an educational page, really. So I thought that was also quite stunning. And no one else that was in this room appeared in the top 100, or any of the other vendors that I could see. So there you are. There's my review of getting your maps in front of everyone you really want to see them. We're not there. What are we going to do?
The search results, was it text-based results, or did you click on images? Is it different?
No, this was the text-based result, but part of the way down it shows 3 images. Right. Now I can explain a difference between my results and the other site's results. Below my map is a text outline of the content. That obviously helps. On Biggerplate, you put lots of keywords. It automatically generates keywords from maps, and you can add them, and you can put a good description on. And I did that for this map, but it still doesn't, or it appears much lower down than mine. So, how are your maps being seen by people who don't know they exist? Are they able to find them on Google?